Hello, everybody. It's me, Brenda Lovett, and I want to welcome you back to Bet You Didn't Know Facts. This is video 4. Yeah, world 4. Okay, so let's get started. Excuse the mess. I'm still getting ready to move to my studio. Okay. Number 1, I bet you didn't know that apple pie isn't actually American at all. Neither apple pies or apples were originally from America. They are from Asia, and the very first recipe for apple pie was first written in England. So I would say it's not as American as apple pie after all, is it? Number 2, I bet you didn't know that Cookie Monster has a real first name. It's Sid, and he got his nickname Cookie Monster after he ate his first cookie. Love cookies. Number 3, I bet you didn't know that everyone has a unique tongue print, just like the fingerprint. According to Dentagram.com, the tongue print defines the shape, size, texture of the tongue, and like the fingerprint, the tongue prints wrinkles, ridges, marks, and fissures that are unusual for every individual. I wonder what mine's like. What's yours like? It's an original. But I bet you didn't know. Number 4, I bet you didn't know that some people back in the Middle Ages once believed that kissing a donkey would relieve a toothache, as well as cleaning your ears to prevent one. They used dog's teeth boiled in wine as mouthwash, and twigs from a sweet-smelling wood was used for toothbrushes. I'm sure glad we have progressed to Oral-B and Listerine, aren't you? That's funny. Bet you didn't know. Number 5. It's illegal to chew gum in Singapore. Now this is about me. To chew gum in Singapore because of all the used gum that people stick underneath public benches and on public transportation. I could really see why they would ban chewing gum. Can't you? In 1992, the Prime Minister of Singapore was so tired of paying to have all of the gum cleaned up from the public facilities and public transportation system, he made the import and sale of gum illegal. The ban is still in place today, but in 2004, the government made an exception for sugar-free gums to dentists and pharmacists who were made to record the names of anyone who buys it. My name would be on that list, I think. They can find you by your tongue print. That's funny. Chewing gum. Bet you didn't know. Number 6. One of the ingredients needed to make dynamite is peanuts. Did you know that? I had no idea. Peanut is a plant product, and they contain oil. And the oil is extracted from peanuts and used in the process of glycerol. This is the main ingredient in nitroglycerin, and that's extremely explosive. So be careful when you're eating your peanuts. You might blow up your mouth. But they'll be able to find out who you are by your tongue print while you're chewing gum. Number 7, bet you didn't know that cheese is the most shoplifted food in all of the world. Because of the high demand, easily disposed by thieves, and small mobile formats that make it easy to conceal. Concealable, removable, available, valuable, enjoyable, and disposable. That's why cheese is the most shoplifted food in all the world. I did not know that. I would have thought meat or something else. Bet you didn't know. Number 8. In the movie Back to the Future, the time machine was originally an old refrigerator. In the 1985 movie Back to the Future, The original concept was to make the time machine an old refrigerator, according to the HuffPost. But ultimately, it was determined that it was probably not a good idea to use the refrigerator in such a manner as kids might want to reenact the scene. Parents everywhere are grateful for the DeLorean. Bet you didn't know number 9. Jimmy, this one's for you, honey. Pineapple works as a natural meat tenderizer because it has the enzyme bromelain, which breaks down protein chains. It makes an ideal marinade for meat when you're in a hurry. Bromelains are so strong that the pineapple processors have to wear protective gloves. Otherwise, the enzyme eats away skin on the face and hands over time, leaving skin marks. Skin marks and small sores. Can you imagine? That's terrible. I didn't know that. Bet you didn't know number 10. If you cut down a cactus in Arizona, you could be fined or jailed for 25 years. Well, if you have a saguaro cactus on your property, you need to contact the Department of Agriculture in Arizona because cutting it down is a crime. If you cut it or remove it, you could be jailed or fined. Let's turn around. So leave the cactus alone in Arizona. Number 11, bet you didn't know. The reason you wake up just before your alarm goes off is because your body doesn't like to have the sleep process interrupted. I know I don't like it either. It likes it better when you wake up gradually. The body releases special hormones that will get you ready to wake up. The alarm only interrupts this process. After time with the alarm, your body gets smart and starts to process before the alarm and wakes you up early. It's smart. Your body is a fine-tuned machine. Now, number 12, bet you didn't know that a dime has 118 ridges around the edge. And according to the United States Mint, the ridges were added to keep people from shaving the precious metals out of the sides. In the 18th century, dimes, quarters, and $half coins were actually made out of gold and silver. And people were shaving them for this? I didn't know that. Bet you didn't know number 13. Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. I had no clue, but I will be playing some this summer. They like the electronic dance music. It could scare away those darn pesky mosquitoes. It was published in 2009 via journal Acta Topica. The Skillex song, Scary Monsters, and Nice Sprites, have a very high and a very low frequency, as well as excessive loudness and a constantly escalating pitch that discourages yellow fever mosquitoes from biting victims and mating. Well, that is good to know. Everybody play your electronic music in the summer. Bet you didn't know this. The longest English word is 189,819 letters long. Now that's a long word. The full name for the protein, nicknamed Titan, would take 3.5 hours to say out loud. Now that is wild. That is amazing. I had no clue. And the last one, bet you didn't know, the Barbie doll's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, and she's from Willows, Wisconsin, and her birthday was March 9th, 1959, when she was first displayed at the New York Toy Fair. Now that's awesome. Solid Barbies. And that I didn't know. So I hope you enjoyed the facts you didn't know. See you next time, guys. I love you. Bye.